Stars Division D matchup, week 4, between Joker's Wild and Wolverines. Now, Joker's Wild is coming in on top of the division with 3 wins and 173 points out of a possible 210 after a close match with the Lance of Marduk last week. The Wolverines are coming in with 90 points out of that 210. So, will the Wolverines pull a guerrilla-style upset over the Jokers, or will the Jokers wild their way into a win, giving them a great position going into the final week? We'll find out tonight. I'm Ivor, and with me is Hammerfell. Say hello, Hammerfell.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and get this started with our 1v1s. We have the leaders of both groups stepping in with the 1v1, which I love that symmetry here. So off we go. So we are on test A with Trial Kit Foxes on this one. Big map, small mech. There's my sound. Beautiful. All right, the stream is functioning. Let's go. All right. Let's see. We're really fast for some reason today. Let's see. On this Kit Fox is an SRM loadout, and on the other Kit Fox is, you know what? You won't believe this. It's a mirror match, folks. And off we go. It's Tech versus Baron.
Oh yeah. The Kit Foxes are very interesting due to the fact that without their quirks, the arms are paper. They're 18 armor each, so you can instantly one-self off an arm with a well-timed shot.
Yeah, I do like the fact, I know there was some hue and cry, I won't say great hue and cry, about using trials for this tournament, but quite frankly, I like the current trial builds. They're not like they used to be as of a couple of years ago, where they were literally like lore builds. These are actually, if old meta, at least still viable, which is pretty awesome. And actually, in general news, I think I heard they might be looking at ways to try to get some like built-in quirks for the trial mechs that mimic skill nodes.
That would be quite nice for new players.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. But in any case, here we go. We're finally in range. Tech using the cover here on the little water splotch. Baron just going right over it into the weekend. Baron getting the first shot off and the more substantial shot. Let's see how Tech, just spread all over, and we're being cagey about it. Cool. Being very careful, looking to make these shots count on both sides. Baron using those jump jets to get another 2% off of Tech. Or was it 4%, whichever. And here we are in slugging distance. Baron with a slight advantage, actually more significant advantage at this point. Making his shots count, taking that arm off.
That's an arm gone. That's half his health.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's going to be it, because we're looking at 87% here on Baron with just some damage spread over. It's just a matter of time unless Tech can get some lucky shots off here.
If he takes an arm, Tech has a chance. If he never gets an arm, that's going to be it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the damage spread. Oh, well, he could get some of those legs off here. Oh, there we go.
That's both his arms. That's it.
That's it. Yep. One of the weaknesses of this particular Kit Fox and Kit Fox build, all those arm mounts, is like the old Mad Cat 2B. Well played, Baron taking it over Tech. All right. So that is a win for Jokers and 1 point for the kill. Check out those damage stats real quick here. Ooh, we're taking a hot minute. There we go. All right. Fantastic. And here's our team stats. What actually, despite all of that 180 damage to 116, that is less of a difference than I would have expected.
These Kit Foxes end really fast and really, really brawly.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up we are... Apparently my mech has a consumable violation. That's kind of fun.
That's from ignore enhancements. That's an interesting bug for sure.
Especially since I don't technically have a mech in the game. All right. Let's see. We are moving on to Boreal Reach, another Solaris 7 map. All right. So it looks like we got Pincushion, Praetorian, Romulus going on. Oh, this one does not have ignore enhancements on. And we've got Tech and Thor, I think. There we go. Darkstrand and Thor for Fjord. Let's see how we are doing. All right, we actually haven't even started yet. We're just getting to the intro. That's delightful when these things go quickly. All right, Aces Wild is set up 80 tons. What is this? This is the
Mirroring them, it looks like FGRT is also pulled up 80 tons.
yeah. So this is the medium and light. So I think that is the maximum they can go. Team 1 is locked. I guess that is still technically the procedure here. I've never really considered that. That would be the whole thing. All right. Team 2 is locked. All right, here we go. Boreal Reach, the match 1.2 of this one, considering the first 3 consider or work out to be a drop. All right, fantastic. Let's see what we're looking at here. We've got an Arctic cheetah and a lacerator. Interesting. And we've got a huntsman and a purifier, a packet and a purifier. So double Ganga Alfric. Is someone on Eisen here? What? Anyway.
Yes, it looks like I believe it was Thor. Maybe there was Darkstrand. One of them is from Eisen. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got SRM bomber packet, and we've got small pulse and heavy machine guns on the purifier. Meanwhile, on the lacerator, we're looking at small pulse and probably the same on the cheetah. I haven't seen the pulse cheetah in a hot minute. Still viable, but I don't know. I think
mildly
maybe
outshone by other options.
Yeah, yeah. Since they nerfed the small pulses. All right, let's see where we're at here. Praetorian Romulus Pincushion pushing up against this cover that Thor and Darkstrand are using. There's our first volley. That is not quite free. All right, things are sorry, things are moving quickly here. Aces Wild coming down on the lower side of this pocket, getting legged, and
looks
there
like
it is.
Aces is going down.
Yep, this is going to be tough. Can Pincushion secure a kill? That's very important in this match.
Stormcrow's down an arm. Half its firepower here.
Yep, CT weak, torsos all weak. He could not close the deal. 30%, 30%, 35% on that. Wow. That went quick, and that went very sideways for Aces. They were setting up with trying to get some decent position, and it just didn't work out for him there. Awesome, thank you for that. All right, let's see what those damage numbers are. Yep, there we go. Fjord's, yep, there's the Eisen tag. Fjord with probably about 400 damage altogether. Aces Wild coming in with about almost 500. Actually, damage score's pretty close, so that leg focus, big difference there. Well done, Aces Wild. Or Joker's Wild, sorry. Oh, am I getting shiny again? I am shiny again. All right, I'm getting rid of the light. Sorry, guys. But you know, it is the prognostication patch, I guess. But you know, you'll see that in 5 minutes or so. All right, so Sumie and Jiroku Peach Fuzz versus Artillery Hamster, which I love that name. And let's see who else. Now, this week also interesting in that this is a medium and assault, if I recall.
Yes, yeah, two medium drops for this week. It's quite unique,
which is interesting. So we'll see how this one turns out. But we're back on test map A. I really wish we did some test map B. Jeez, words hard, folks.
Test map B is a very interesting map.
I wish that the drop sites were actually spread out. You know, like each mech had its own cubby, or every 2 mech had its own cubby. That would be the one thing that I would change about that map. But I love it. It's so good. But alas, we are on test map A. Team 2 locked.
Team 1 going 155 tons. Team 2 going 150.
Oh, you know what? I did a lobby cast on the last one. I'm sorry about that. All right.
We have a direwolf and a hunchback 2CA coming in here from Artillery Hamster and Rastrock from Wolverines.
Over on the other side, we've got the Veagle, AC5 Veagle, and the Ultraviolet, also AC5s.
So a comp of my own heart that's eerily similar to what our team also has run this week. The DACA just is strong on this map.
It's very good. It's very good.
Looks like we have a Ultra DACA from Artillery Hamster here, running those Ultra 5s, it looks like.
Yeah, and same I believe for Jiroku. No, he's just using regular ACs. All right, fair enough. No jam chance on that one. But we are getting the range trade, which is interesting. You know, these AC5s have some range. But we're looking for sort of different trade strats because we've got the energy PPCs from the Hunchback here with those small in case it's going to close. So that's I think ultimately going to be some wasted weaponry. So we'll see how that turns out unless they decide to push, which is entirely possible. And Artillery Hamster is moving forward.
It does indeed look like they're trying to close the distance there, peeking this corner. Got some earlier artillery off on the corner. Looks like it's not getting much done yet.
He's just holding it down in case someone wanted it. Jiroku getting led into Artillery Hamster, who's down to 86%. That head is open. And CT Artillery Hamster,
Center
I think, gonna go down here. Yeah. Oh no, headshot.
Down.
Headshot on Artillery.
That's insane.
Especially since
that getting gunned down.
Yeah. Bringing those small lasers into play, trying to get a hold of Peach Fuzz. I don't think it's gonna happen. And there we go. Another Aces Wild victory. That one went a little close. Yeah, that not that the headshot made much of a difference, because if it had hit the CT instead of the head, still would have been dead.
That CT was very red.
So red. Let's see here. What are our stats? Ooh, yeah, no, that's a big damage difference here. We're looking at 210 altogether for Aces Wild, and well, actually, maybe it's not that much. Oh yeah, there we go. And like 110 for Fjord. The very distinct differences. Those that just straight DACA made a huge difference there. Nope. I don't think that's correct. I'm pretty sure Aces won the second match as well. Did they not?
1 second. I believe that was an error I originally made. Let me pull it up here. I believe it was Wolverines that did win that second match.
All right,
I will double check.
Check it in. All right. All right. Next up,
Wolverines did win that second drop.
Okay, I'm living in the I don't know what. All right, so we are moving to Conquest. 12 minutes on this. That looks good, and we are starting with Crimson. I really wish these were alphabetically ordered. All right, there we go. Crimson straight. I'm going to send us on over to the map room. Let's have a little chat. All right, so actually after that, so technically Joker's Wild wins the first match, first drop technically, and we're looking at 8-6, so it's a very close match despite that.
Both teams having very clean and clear victories on their sides for their respective 2v2s they took a win off of. 1v1 as always, adding just that little bit to push teams over for that first drop.
Oh yeah. So yeah, let's see here. We've got all 5 in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. There we go. On Crimson Straight. So yeah, let me see. I gotta swap my battery real quick, so start talking about the map real quick while we get this squared away.
Sounds good. Crimson Straight, fairly straightforward map for this one. As stated as the cap point, most teams seem to want to move over through either the overpass or along past Gamma to try and move towards that theta point. Or we could see teams here possibly try and make a break to fight over Echo 5, Fox 5, that nice kind of high industrial area with its ramps. Could potentially see teams make a break for that. But likely here, we'll be seeing a lot of fighting over in the very industrial sector of Delta 7, Delta 8, Echo 7, and Echo 8, right around Theta.
So here's another option as well, is that we'll just see a saddle fight here. Echo 5, Team 1 can just push right in, and we might see a fight right over there. I don't think it is necessarily expected. Ooh, but we are locked, so we're going to go find out what's going to happen right now.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's the Echo 5, Fox 5, that nice industrial area with the ramps there. Definitely is a viable strat for teams to kind of just push in there, just try and cut off the Team 2 there at the saddle. Team 2 as well could potentially go for a tunnel push. That'd be a very interesting and risky play if Team 1 does make a break for Theta, as it gives Team 1 kind of that dug in and entrenched position to fight them from as they come from the tunnel, but we'll see what they choose.
Yeah, and also I think Team 1 technically has an advantage on Theta. I think they're a little closer.
Yes, Team 1 absolutely can get there faster.
Team 2 is going to need to... This is one of those maps. I do like a slight bit of asymmetry in my maps here. Like I liked Forest Colony as a comp map because it... As long as each team gets to play each side, if that makes any sense. That's how... Because it is a problem to solve, and I love to see how teams work with that. But in the meanwhile... Aces Wild, we're looking at Arctic Cheetah, Purifier with the smalls and heavies, that packet coming back. Looks like another Huntsman. I'm going to guess SRM Bomber on that. Let me get a click. Yep, and another Purifier with those small pulse heavies. What are the, what's Fjord running over here?
Wolverines seem to be running a Black Lantern A, some Arctic Wolves, and Mistlinks along with their Arctic Wolves. Let's find out here if they are Streak or if they're Splat. They are Splat. They're running standard SERMs here. Looks like they're going all in on just that close range brawl.
Interesting that there's someone's bringing an A rather than the one. The one being able to fit more of those SRMs. But I believe, scratching my brain here, I think the A, because I don't run it too much, I think that's got jets.
Yes, yeah.
So,
if you run the Omnimax, yeah, you can fit in 3 jump jets in one of the side torsos there. You lose a launcher slot for doing that, but you also get those jets, and those jets can be life-saving. It's also got some flamers, so we could see some interesting flamer play coming in here.
On the Mistlinks or
on the Arctic Wolf A.
Oh, that's why the A, so to get some of those energy slots. Yeah, okay. Close range, so no one going for any sort of cap denial. We're just going into it. Tech trying to get some
Tech is actually going long range there. He's using those that 10% range quirk on the Alpha. It looks like they got some large laser. They got a large laser on there for using Captain Al from here.
Yeah, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. All right, he's just picking away a pincushion Jiroku here. Everybody except us. There we go. Now everybody at uniform 99% on Joker's Wild. Just getting tickled here, and a couple people getting kicked in the shin. Here we go. They are lining up the push. We're going to go up the hill. This is an interesting push for the Jokers. I think they'll have it if they can deal with that terrain, though.
Yeah, they're using the buildings to advantage quite well here. Pincushion going a little bit too much in the open here, arguably. But they've made it to the base of the hill, and that's what they had to do.
And they've only lost like what 2% at worst with Jiroku there, which is just a whole bunch of spread damage. He's okay.
Yeah, they are under UAVs, so the hunters do have full vision of them.
Here's the fight. Looks like they're going after Thor first at 92%, knocking it down. Darkstrand keeping on the outside of in this engagement while. And actually keeping Jiroku and Praetorian down at the bottom here while Samuye Pincushion tried to deal with Thor. It is taking so long to get Thor down, but it's also taking a hot minute. Well, there goes Praetorian. So let's see. Yep, there we go.
Cat goes down. Thor goes down. They finally took out 2 of those Arctic Wolves. That's a huge amount of DPS down for Wolverines.
Yes, 100%. Here goes Jiroku at 57%.
Not fast enough. He's tanking just long enough. It might actually cost Hunters the match here.
Yeah, here's Darkstrand in the Mistlinks coming down 56%, looking slow and definitely legged almost down. There's Darkstrand. Joker's pushing hard. Artillery Hamster at 52%.
Artillery's going down fast.
Yep, and Tech just trying to stay on the outside of the fight and get some picks, but I don't think he was able to do that quite successfully enough, as we're looking at the remaining mechs at 80%.
Looks like he's trying to pull some range here with that Black Lantern mask here. We'll see if he's able to get away, or if they're gonna they legged him. He's going to go down.
There it is. All right, well done to Jokers there. All right, so we got some points happening here. All right, so Jokers get the win, and all 9 points for the kills. And then we've got 2 kills, netting at 3 points for the Wolverines, leaving us 22-9, which seems like a lot. But there's still 3 matches to go. One of the things I love about this tournament is the wild swings are so good.
Absolutely, the match could still go either way depending on how the other teams play the other drops, especially as with the weight changes of this tournament. If certain groups are specialized in one way or another, they can absolutely pull the match around.
Yes, that is also so very true. All right, let's take a look at these scores here. We're looking at 427, 328. Yeah, you see the difference there on the Jokers. We've got 2 double Ds with Top Cat and Thor. On the Wolverine side, the rest of them trying to pull the duty, but there's just not enough weight there once those 2 went down. 89 and 88 on those damage scars, so very close to holding them down, which is fun to see. All right, fantastic. We're going to scoot on over back to our map room. We're going to talk about Rubelite while we get these 2 teams set up. Why don't you go for it, Hammer?
All right. Rubeland Oasis is a very interesting map, quite big when you consider that the point is Epsilon. There's a lot of terrain for teams to move around. Most teams, generally, from what I've experienced, seem to really like it for Team 1 taking the Fox 4, Fox 5, sometimes some Echo 4 high ground and kind of overhold that Epsilon point. Team 1s tend to generally view Epsilon as lava from what I've seen, but you absolutely could see someone pull out some fast brawl coming in here, try and just hold down Epsilon and then push out. Team 2, on the other hand, has that nice high ground in Fox 6 on that whole ramp area that it can try and utilize there. Likely to see Team 2 either try and do a high ground hold from Fox 6, pushing over the bridge in the Fox 5, or potentially also do a brawl rush coming up for the Golf line, taking Epsi and or abandoning Epsi entirely, pushing up the Fox line into the enemy. A lot of different other variations, however, that we could see, as it's quite a big map for Epsilon being the point.
Yeah, I would think I would actually almost prefer a Fox 5, Fox 6 push, with only 5 mechs and is sort of being a potentially brawl centered tournament until you get to those higher weights. I think this weight probably still mostly lends itself to brawl, and both teams have access to that. I think if someone does go for FC, they might be at a little bit of a disadvantage ultimately, as whoever takes that Fox 5 can just sort of rain down and wait for them. So we'll see which way these teams go.
Absolutely.
And they, as we saw on the previous, I'm just going to head us on over to the lobby here. These teams have fought in sort of a unconventional spot. So I'll be very interested to see where they end up fighting, if it is a place that you would think it is somewhat logical, or if they tend to take a fight somewhere else. It'll be very interesting, these 2 teams.
Lots of room for some asymmetrical or fighting on this map. Could easily see teams try and pull some very interesting strats. Unlikely to see teams try and hold Delta 5, Delta 6, but you never know. You could see a team try and do some cheeky flanking strats from over there.
I mean, I suppose so. They'd have to get moving and they'd give up a whole lot of time. I'm not entirely sure. That would be interesting. All right, Team 1 is locked. Team 2 will start that timer. All right, catching up on the track. Yes, the dome transparency has been turned off on the stream, and some of my rust has been shaken off. Oh, holy crap, we are locked fast. One of the things I like about these lower div teams and the div A teams have been getting better about it as well. Is just like you hardly have any time to talk about things. They are very prepared for things. Oops. There we go.
All right. Looking at 8 Joker's Wild here, looks like they have a Piranha coming in, as well as some Sun Spiders. Looks like they're doing a quad Sun Spider and a Piranha here. Looks like Delta, so some Daka Spiders with a Piranha coming in here from Ace's Wild.
Yep, same stuff. Let's see. I'm always interested in which way we went with the... All right, so 8 heavy machine guns, 3 micropulse on the Piranha. Interesting using the heavies, but hey, you don't need that much ammo here. 5s and 10s on the Sun Spiders here. On the
Nice. On Hunters over
side.
here. Gotcha. On Hunters here, we got a Sun Spider Delta. Let's see what he's running. And then we got 3 Summoners. Looks like the Summoners here are running CERM, so they are going a very CQC Brawl Splat style with a, looks like Overwatch Sun Spider and a Piranha A here to do the initial scouting.
Yeah, so the Piranha on Artillery Hamster over there on Jokers is running 8 light machine guns and 3 heavy mediums. So going for more range pokiness on that one. Come here, give me Pincushion. Pincushion going for the heavy, more crits from the heavy machine guns and the micropulse to open things up. Much closer range, much more a knife fighter. So if we end up getting some Piranha, some fish on fish action, I think Pincushion comes out ahead of it. But Artie Hamster going to be more of a menace to the Sun Spiders.
Wilds has spotted the Summoner Rush here. It looks like the Pincushion and Artillery Hamster did miss each other initially, like passing ships in the night. However, Pincushion did get that vital intel that it looks like Summoner's coming in, it looks like.
Yep, and Artie did get some shots off with those light machine guns. Not a whole lot of damage at that range, but a little bit. All right, Pincushion leading the charge here, which is a choice. Which way
1% off each team so far. No, not much damage significantly dealt.
There we go, with those heavy mediums coming into play for Pincushion. Pincushion realizing a mistake, pulling himself back behind the cover, trying to, I guess, avert some eyes from the Sun Spider push that's coming. And pausing on the ramp. So here we go. We've got the SRM bombers stuck on FC. And the Sun Spider's just going to hold this upper area, like we were talking about before. Now the question is Artillery Hamster going to make any more mistakes and lose some of that armor? Because it really could come down to that. Unless Wolverines let the Jokers just kind of pick here.
Baron taking some decent damage in these most recent trades. Sumie moving it. Looks like the trade off some armor here. Take some attention off Baron.
All right, Pincushion taking the cap point, which is good. Gives the Jokers more time to just do what they're doing here. Tech coming down to 87%.
Wild taking a lot of fire in that last trade, losing that trade very heftily.
Yep.
UAV over the point getting lit up.
Oh, I think that missed Tech. It looked like it was going to hit. But Tech is lit up all over. He's looking a little rough. And actually, how is Wild J looking here? Also a little rough. So
The left torso and Wild J would go in orange here. Looks like that's getting opened up pretty heavily.
Yeah. The Summoner's just kind of having to chill, not having the range for this engagement. And here we go. Tech pushing in the Summoner is going to take all of the fire. Look at these angles here. This is a gorgeous fire line happening here. Yeah. They have all the angles for the approach. Artie Hamster coming in, trying to spray a little bit. Wild J next on the hit list. Tech having to gain some. Ooh, cooking himself.
Tech does go down.
Let's see. What do we cook there? Both legs ended up cooking.
Artillery getting work done on Pincushion. Pincushion trying the backpedal here, taking out the leg on Wild J. Wild J will go down.
Yep,
Artillery getting off the flank behind Pin.
Yeah,
will Pin go down? Looks like maybe not. Sumie taking a lot of fire in this engagement. Sumie looking worse for wear.
Yep, Darkstrand gonna go down here. Yep, there we go. Artie Hamster probably next here for Sumie and Pincushion. Well, the thing,
Sumie is legged, but will it matter? Is
well, the curious thing of Wolverines going out into the middle, you know, just one by one into that ground rather than as a group, just allowed a whole lot of focus from Jokers, and I think that's what made a lot of the difference there.
100%. The Summoners stagnated for far too long.